So gun disarms are a very controversial topic when it comes to reality-based self-defense. The way I teach it is it's good to know the principles and the steps needed to defend yourself against a gun threat if there are no other options. A common question that I get, we do our gun disarm, afterwards we rack the gun. So number one, the question is, why do you rack the gun? The second question is, aren't you gonna hurt your hand when you grab the slide? Or worse, burn your hand on the hot shell casing? The answer to that is no. I'm not gonna burn my hand. I'm not gonna hurt my hand. So let me demonstrate with a training gun how a basic gun disarm is done. And then we're gonna show you a live fire drill without the gun being pointed at anybody, and something that you should not do at home, you should not do at your local range, you should just not do. Use this for educational purposes only. All right, so working the basic gun threat to the chest, the primary danger is the line of fire. I must redirect the line of fire. I do this two ways. Number one, by pivoting. Number two, by grabbing. And when I do those together, my hands come up, pivot, grab. This point, if his finger's on the trigger and he pulls the trigger, the gun will discharge. Notice I am out of the way. In this instance, the gun will jam because I'm covering the ejection port so the shell casing cannot come out. From here, I need to close the distance. Why? Imagine the gun didn't discharge at the moment and John pulls his arm back to him. Now he shoots. That's bad. So that means I have to bypass the gun. Redirect, immediately step forward. Now I'm going to short circuit. I have to hit him to short circuit his thought process. Now I'm going to raise the gun up just in case you can't see if it's out of frame. What I'm doing is I'm coming underneath and I'm rotating back towards him. I immediately have to rack the gun. You're going to see in the next clip why we rack the gun and how I do not damage my hand. Once again, do not practice this drill on your own. So John is going to draw his weapon. He's going to chamber around. He's going to keep the gun pointed forward. So in the gun disarm, it involves me grabbing the slide. So if his finger is inside of the trigger guard, because if it's not and I grab it, he won't be able to insert it. So right now, I'm grabbing over the center. John is going to pull the trigger. Go ahead. So right now, I'm keeping my hand here. It's not hot. I'm not burnt by the casing. So as I release, John's going to turn the ejection port. You can see the port is closed. The slide is forward, but that shell casing did not eject. So if he goes to pull the trigger right now, nothing is going to happen. He has to rack the gun. Go ahead. It cleared the casing. Now he shoots. Check the chamber, make sure we're empty. Okay. Good, reholster. Did not damage my hand either. And even if I did, a little pinch, no big deal.